credit and collection of legal aspects of credit, payment of execution and registration of sale. Payment of execution, it is a sale deed is that technically concluding part of property purchase process. After ng buyer and seller ma-reach yung agreement, they first execute an agreement to sell para ibenta. And the document that set the terms and conditions based on which the future transaction will take place. What is a registration of sale? It is an agreement of selling and property in future between the buyer and the seller. On the other hand, a sale deed registration is a process when the buyer and seller complete the process of sale deed transfer by being present in the sub-registrar office. Ito yung nagpo-provide ng safety and security to transaction relating to immovable property kahit na ang document is nawawala or destroyed. Expenses for the execution and registration of the property ay responsibility ng vendor unless expressly stipulated. Many terms and conditions must be in writing. In the review of credit documents and instruments, the prudent credit manager must see to it that there are provisions relevant to these terms and conditions. The first one is the charging of interest. Charging of interest is only allowed to charge interest on a debt that you owe according to what is the original creditor agreement. Ibig sabihin that if any fee or interest was not authorized by the original agreement or by law, hindi ito allowed. Second one, charging of compound interest. The lenders may not charge compound interest unless an agreement to that effect is clearly expressed in writing and signed by the party to be charged therewith. For example, kapag nag-deposit ako ng $1,000 in an account that pays 1% annual interest, I will get $10 in an interest after a year. The compound interest is interest that you earn on interest. In year 2, you'd earn 1% on $1,000, $1,010, or $10.10 in interest payout. Compound interest is both financial institution and consumers benefit from compound interest. The third one is forfeiture of installment payments. Forfeiture is the loss of any property without compensation as a result of defaulting on contractual obligation or as a penalty for illegal conduct. The fourth one is the right to collect deficiencies. A deficiencies judgment is a court judgment that is issued when a borrower takes out a loan and is unable to pay the full amount that is owed at the time of the sale. Example, let's say a borrower buys a home $500 and takes out a loan for $400. Deficiency judgment is money awarded to creditors when assets securing a loan do not cover the debt owed by a debtor. How do you find deficiency judgment? You can find non-judicial foreclosure by filing a lawsuit, either on your own or with the help of an attorney. The right of foreclose extrajudicially. The mortgator may redeem the foreclosed property within 1 year from the date of the sale. The period to redeem a property sold is an extrajudicial foreclosure. Sale is not extendable. Sa judicial foreclosure, the redemption period is within 1 year lang. For extrajudicial, it's 90 days from the sale of registration. The solidarity obligations. Solidarity obligation is a type of obligation in the civil law jurisprudence that allows either obligors to be bound together, each liable for the whole performance, or obliques to be bound together, or all owed just a single performance, and each entitled to the entirety of it. For example, if A and B together lend $200 to C, and nag-agree yung dalawang party na masisik nila yung right and whole amount from C upon repayment, C's obligation to repay the money is solidary for the obliques of A and B. The last one is acceleration clause. What is an acceleration clause in law? A clause is an credit agreement of or mortgage that, on the occurrence of a specified event in the credit agreement or mortgage, gives a lender the right to demand full payment of all amounts owing under the agreement. For example, assume a borrower with a 5-year mortgage loan fails to make a payment in the 3rd year. The terms of the law include an acceleration clause which states the borrower must repay the remaining balance if one payment is missed.